Click a link. A page opens from another country, then leads to an independent site. No single company owns the web or has to approve every page. That freedom feels inevitable. It wasn't. The internet is the network. The web is a system built on top of it, connecting pages through browsers, servers, addresses, and links. On April 29, 1993, the web already existed, but its core software was not yet guaranteed free for everyone. Then, April 30th arrived. Boom. CERN gave key web software away. Why did that matter almost as much as invention? Before the web became dominant, the internet was not empty. Researchers, universities, companies, and enthusiasts used email, file transfer, Usenet discussions, Telnet, WIS, Gopher, bulletin boards, and commercial online services. These systems were valuable. Some were mature and widely used. They supported real research, communication, and communities long before browsers became the default doorway. But information often lived behind different commands, programs, formats, menus, and access rules. Finding a document could mean knowing which service held it, how that service was addressed, and which software could retrieve it. The web proposed a common layer. A resource could have an address. A document could contain a link to another document. A browser could request it from a server, even when that server belonged to a different institution. The underlying internet moved the data. The web organized a way to publish and navigate information across it. Tim Berners-Lee proposed a distributed hypertext system at CERN in March 1989. In 1990, he and Robert Callio formalized the project. By the end of that year, Berners-Lee had built essential foundations: a browser that was also an editor, a server, and early versions of HTML, HTTP, and the addressing system now associated with URLs. The first website explained the web project itself. It told visitors what the system was, how to create a server, and where other servers could be found. In August 1991, the software and project were announced to wider internet communities. The web was spreading before April 1993. The original browser ran only on NeXT computers, so Nicola Pello developed a simpler line mode browser that worked across more systems. Other teams created Urwise, Viola www, Midas, and additional browsers. Early in 1993, NCSA released the first alpha version of Mosaic for X. Mosaic was not the first web browser. Its importance was making the web more approachable and visual for many users, as later versions reached common computer platforms. Yet useful software can be technically open to experimentation while still facing a legal question. Who owns the code? Who may copy it? Can a university modify it? Can a company build a product around it? Must developers negotiate a fee? If different groups rewrite the same foundations under incompatible conditions, does one web fragment into several systems that cannot reliably work together? There is no evidence that April 29th ended with a cinematic argument. or a countdown inside CERN. The tension was quieter. A promising system existed, but its distribution terms could influence who would risk building on it. On April 30th, CERN issued its statement. The basic line mode client, the basic server, and the common code library were placed in the public domain. CERN relinquished intellectual property rights to that code and granted permission for anyone to use, copy, modify, and redistribute it. The declaration did not invent HTML, HTTP, links, browsers, or websites. It did not release the internet. It removed a barrier around key CERN software used to participate in the web. The practical effect was powerful. A developer could study the common library instead of recreating protocol behavior from nothing. A university could operate a server without negotiating fees with CERN. A company could develop compatible tools. Browser makers could compete on design and usability while communicating through shared ideas and protocols. No central product catalog had to approve each website. Independent publishers could connect their own servers to an expanding environment. This did not mean that every future web technology was public domain code, or that the modern term open source described the legal culture of April 1993. In 1994, CERN adopted a copyright-based license that still granted broad, royalty-free rights. That same year, Berners-Lee founded the World Wide Web Consortium to coordinate shared standards as the system expanded. Openness and usability reinforced each other. CERN's declaration reduced legal friction. Mosaic and other browsers reduce human friction. More internet connections, personal computers, servers, investment, and public interest supplied the infrastructure. The growth was rapid, but not instantaneous. At the beginning of 1993, histories record around 50 known HTTP servers. By late that year, CERN counted more than 500, and the web had risen from about 0.1% of NSF backbone traffic in March to about 1% by September. Those numbers were tiny beside the modern web. They also showed a system multiplying while its rules and tools were still being formed. Openness gave people permission to build. It did not guarantee that everything they built would be fair, safe, private, or equally accessible. The same architecture that enabled independent publishing would later support both extraordinary collaboration and enormous concentrations of power. That complication is part of the decision's importance. CERN did not choose every future page. It helped create conditions in which countless others could choose. Now return to the link you clicked. Its destination did not need to be hosted by your browser company. The author did not need permission from one central owner of the web. The page could link outward, and another independent page could link back. The web became less like a single product and more like shared space. April 29, 1993 was the last ordinary day before CERN removed a crucial legal barrier from its web software. The global transformation took years, but the possibility became clearer. No single owner had to control the doorway to every page.